What's up, everybody? It's Tim, High Noons Vinyl, your friendly neighborhood vinyl guy, back again. And actually doing a collection update this time. What? Yeah, I've still got tons of stuff to show. So anyway, this stuff all has come in over the course of what feels like a few weeks here and there from my good friend Kathy at Music and More Records. And she's in upstate New York, beautiful country land. And she posts a lot of her wares on Facebook and things like that. And I'm friends with her on Facebook, so you know if there's something I'm looking for that I can't find, especially like something like a newer press or what have you, I can always message her. She's been very instrumental with helping me spend a lot of money, but also helping people get some stuff too. So that's been really awesome. So this is just basically a collection of stuff that I've gotten from her. You know what, without further ado, let's just get into it. She does carry CDs, and from time to time I'll take a look and see what she posts. I did grab this one, which was Warren's Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. You know, vinyl, when it comes up, it's expensive. And like I said, that's a big win, but not, you know, it doesn't come up often. But the CD was in great shape and it was a great price. And, you know, I like Warren, I really do. Probably an unpopular opinion, but the song Cherry Pie, I could live without it. I don't think that's as indicative of the band as all their other output, but glad to have this one. You know, I can live with a CD of that. That's fantastic. So, but most of this is wax. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. I picked this one up a while ago. This is Tool. This is another one of those, I think it's on Parachute. Yeah, it's she's got a distributor that gets these, and everything I've heard sounds great. So this is Tool from 1993 in Dallas, Texas, on the Lollapalooza tour. Clear vinyl. Sounds great. I can't say if it's actually the full set. Intolerance, Undertow, Sober, Prison Sex, Opiate, which Lane Staley joins them for, Bottom, Jerk Off, and then there's an interview which just shows Maynard's attitude. We'll leave it at that. His, you can definitely hear his unique take on things. So it's Maynard. What are you going to do? I love Tool. They need to make sure that they get all of their stuff reissued because some of it's only bootlegged or a picture disc, and I just need more Tool on wax. Have it all on CD, but I need the wax. So this one is a Stone classic. I've had the CD for years and years and years and years and years. It just hit its 35th anniversary, and I feel old. That's Violent Femme's debut. I mean, this feels like it was part of your welcome packet to college. It's like, okay, here's your student loans, here's your classes, here's a list of books you need. Oh, by the way, here's the Femmes. You know, what can you say about this? Add It Up, Blister in the Sun, Gone Daddy Gone, Please Do Not Go. I mean, this album just gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. It is the craft reissue, so if you don't have one and you're thinking about it, it's killer. So glad to have the Femmes on wax because the Femmes rock. Another classic. There's really not much to say about this one. Fat of Land from Prodigy sounds fantastic. I think this is the 2014 repress on XL Recordings. Done on 2 LPs, so the tracks have a lot of breadth and room to just allow that bass to come through. Sounds fantastic, and I don't mind flipping the records. What can you say about this one? I probably would say I like Music from a Jilted Generation more, but glad to have this one. Definitely need to pick up Music of a Jilted Generation on wax. And then we'll see about others. Foo Fighters debut. I got this at a steal. She had them and she was like, hey, the price. And I was like, give it to me. So I've been trying to go back and get the Foo on wax. I'm excited for the DGs coming out on Record Store Day. I hear it's fantastic. So, I mean, Dave Grohl take your opinions, but I mean, the guy's a music fan, so you know he does it right, in my opinion. But we all know the story of this one. This one was done right after the loss of Kurt, and he locked himself in the studio, and this is what he did. Great stuff. I mean, is it pushing any boundaries? Probably not, but you know, it's a good album to rock back with. To me, this one was a boundary pusher for the time, because it seemed like they turned away from what was at that time their popular album, Songs from the Big Chair, but they embraced a wonderful new sound, a more mature sound, I think. And of course, I'm speaking of, as I'm holding it, Tears for Fears, The Seeds of Love. You can hear the psychedelic Beatles era influence in this album throughout, that I think they would carry for a few out, or for at least another record. I think I don't remember, but this is just a wonderful album. Sowing the Seeds of Love, Woman in Chains. This album just continuously gives Swords and Knives, Standing on the Corner of the Third World. I mean, like I said, every song on here is fantastic. Nothing special about the Wax. It's on the Fontana label, but it is, like I said, the latest reissue, and it is to die for. So I was glad to pick that up. Another group that I've been trying to focus on. I've been trying to focus on several of my bigger groups when I see them, or kind of go after them. And I've got a couple of those groups featured here, but this is one, and I don't, believe it or not, I don't have a lot on Wax. And that's Rush. So this is Signals. There's your label. I was excited because it was still in the shrink and had the hype sticker. I usually take that off, but I mean, it's been pretty good shape so far. So, but I definitely was excited about the hype sticker. Excuse me. So, I mean, what can you say about this one? I mean, this is just the guys, right? You know, I mean, you know what you're getting with Rush. They have different eras, but they all sound great. And to me, there isn't a bad Rush album. There's just ones that are better. So I'm looking to get a complete discography run of Rush on Wax. They're one of the few bands that I would actively seek out various bootlegs from different tours, because I think that every tour they brought something different, and they brought something back, and they kind of, you know, played with their set, because I mean, they were around for bazillions of years and they had tons of stuff, but I mean, they were hard to find before the passing of Neil Peart. Now, forget it. So we're going to take a second here and talk about what I played at the beginning, and that's Withim The Fire. So the Withim The Fire is kind of like an independent band out of, maybe they're out of New York, I don't know. I know Kathy is friends with the bass player. She knows the bass player. So she's been able to help sell this out of her store. In fact, even got me a signed copy. This one, man, this would have fit in like that 86, 87, 88, 89 era. Maybe, you know, and they would have just absolutely killed it. I have not been able to stop spinning this on a semi-regular basis since I got it a few weeks ago. Rob, buddy over at Black Star Vinyl, sang its praises, and I was like, she's telling me it's good, he's telling me it's fantastic, and it was at a great price, so I had to pull the trigger. And she's like, and she messaged me, and she's like, hey, I can get him to sign it. Would you want that? I'm like, yes, please. And I'm so glad I did. So I'm going to give you another taste. I gave you the title track cut, Still Burning. I'm going to give you another taste here. It's called 3 Days Ago. And if you're interested, if you like what you hear, I'm going to leave a link to her webpage on Facebook, or her Facebook page. By all means, reach out to her. Pretty affordable, and she's got some deals running. They actually, label mates, in fact, this same band has a one member change, and they have a CD, I want to say maybe I can't remember the name of the band, I'll look it up here in a second. But she's got a 4-pack of their CDs that are real cheap too, and I need to get that on my next box. But I just wanted to share this because this is not something that a lot of people would know about. So I'm going to give you another taste of Withim The Fire, so you can check them out. So here is 3 Days Ago. the metal era. Let's keep it going. Testament to Legacy. What needs to be said about this album other than it's kick-ass? And I'm so glad I have it. If I'm being honest, this might be my favorite debut thrash album. I don't know. I mean, it's tough. You really, it holds its weight with, at least in my opinion, with Kill 'Em All. I mean, I get it. There's some people out there that, I mean, I don't think Metallica is in the big four anymore. They were, you know, talk what you want. But you want to talk about a consistent thrash band, and this pressing sounds, I mean, it's music on vinyl. It sounds fantastic. So I am desperately going back to try to get all the Testament that I could possibly have on wax, because they if I had to pick, I would probably say they're my favorite thrash metal band. I mean, you know, I got to give props to Overkill, which I need more of, Anthrax I need more of, Megadeth, which is becoming harder to find again. I mean, first 4 Metallica records, but after that, you know, I mean, some of their stuff isn't bad, but they kind of lose me a little bit. But I mean, just to me, consistency. And let's face it, that one they put out, that last one they put out was killer. Another band that I had mentioned that I'm trying to really focus in on and fill all the gaps, that's Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. I thought I read somewhere where some of the reissues don't have this image, or it's cropped. So if that is the case, I'm glad mine is not, because I think it was like a workup of one of their former managers or something. Is this their best album? No. But it's not a bad album. I mean, you know, and Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter turned into be a live staple for a minute. So what can you say about Maiden that hasn't already been said? Other than keep your eyes open, kids. The internet is all abuzz with news that possibly July 15th there will be an announcement of their 17th solo album. So I'll definitely be all over that, but I'm desperately trying to go back and fill in a bunch of the Maiden stuff I don't have. I had it all on CD. A couple things I still have on CD, but again, when things were lost or whatever, Maiden took a big hit. So now that I'm in a position where I'm buying, I really want to focus on Maiden. So, and my idea is to kind of focus on a few artists and just tick away at them. So they are ones that are on my always check on list. So Maiden. This one came up in a great price, and I couldn't say no to it. Twisted Sister. This is You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Talk about some heavy hitters from the New York area. Excuse me. I mean, what can you say about Dee Snider? I mean, anybody who in one hand is like crazier than hell on stage, but then can take down Tipper Gore, and they didn't know what they were getting into with him. You know, big respect for Twisted Sister. They've always done it well, so glad to add that one. I did pick up another Rush. This one not in the shrink, but still clean, good price. That's Permanent Waves. So adding another one to the Rush till from her. In fact, I'd say my last 3 Rush albums came from her. This, Signals, and All the World's a Stage. So keep them coming, Kathy. Keep finding them, because it's her favorite band. It really is. I think it was Signals. I think it had a little mark on it, and she play tested it for me in the store. And she was like, just so you know, I had to suffer through that. I mean, she doesn't mind the instrumentation. It's Geddy Lee's voice rates on her, you know, on her ears. And I can honestly, I can kind of understand that. But she was kind enough to play test it for me. So, I mean, it just goes to tell you the level of the service that she provides as well. I found this one a while back from her. Rory Gallagher's Top Priority. What needs to be said about Rory? You know, I talked about him in one of the contest videos for Steve Carlson, and I've been really adding more to the collection. I've been going back and try to add everything I can, and this is just another scorcher. This one is probably one of the solo albums I would say, even if you don't have, you should check out. He absolutely kills it on this one. So Top Priority, US Press, glad to have that one. This one made its rounds. I picked it up too. I wasn't going to let Emma and Jeff have all the fun. But when I saw this, I did want to make sure that I hooked them up because I know that they're both going to see Mr. Cray here shortly this year, I think in October. This was another one on Parachute Records. Again, done absolutely right. 2-record set, FM broadcast from 1987 in Dallas. Your set list is there. So you've got Stevie Ray joining him on guitar. He doesn't sing for the last 3 cuts. And this is actually the second to last time they'll ever grace the stage before we lost Stevie Ray. The last time, we're not going to get into. So this definitely a piece of history, definitely an amazing record. And I think Kathy was still getting them if you were looking and you can't find them. Because I know how Discogs is with that, you know, unofficial stuff. They don't always want to sell stuff. And, you know, I get it. But so I'm wearing a Jimmy shirt. I'd only be fitting if I showed a Jimmy record. That's what I do. She got this one. This was the record store day a couple years ago, I think, of Stone Free. I never picked it up before. I mean, I have it on CD, but I missed it on when it came out, and I'm glad to have it now. This one is on multicolored vinyl. So the first record is on a black smoke. I don't know if you can really see that. Let's see if I can get some light in there. A little transparent, little smoky feel. But it's a 3-sided album, because the second one is on clear smoke, which you can see a little bit better. But the 4th side is etched, and I'm gonna see if it comes up. It says like Jimi Hendrix, and then closer to the label, it has the etching of the people who played on it. Most people didn't take much of a liberty with the music, which I guess is okay. I mean, Buddy Guy's on here, and of course he's going to play some straight up blues. But the one that took the most liberty, I thought, was The Cure on the cover, Purple Haze, which is actually one of my favorites. But the Nigel Kennedy cover of Fire is fantastic. Pat Metheny doing Third Stone from the Sun is fantastic. I love Living Color, anything that they do. So them doing Crosstown Traffic just fit, and I mean, Corey Glover's voice. So, and then one more Jimmy. And that is Live at Berkeley. Oh, got a visitor. Say hi.
Hi.
And that's Live at Berkeley, one that I desperately needed to add to the collection. I mean, there's what? I wish I was kidding at this number, but I think that there are officially 83 posthumous albums available, and most of them are on wax. And I don't have them all, but I will. But, you know, for me, Jimmy, live is where it's at. That's always where it's going to be. If you're always wanting to add more, I always tell people, look at the live stuff, because, I mean, every night he just smoked. And this was obviously Billy Cox and Mitch Mitchell. This is in Berkeley, May 30th, 1970. The second show, look at the prices of that. I mean, who wouldn't have paid $350 to be in the same building as Hendrix? Press the QRP. I mean, fantastic stuff. Your set list, they do the introduction, Pass It On Straight Ahead, Hey Baby, New Rising Sun, Loverman, Stone Free, Hey Joe, one of my favorites for a live one. I Don't Live Today, Machine Gun, another When I See It Live I Buy, Foxy Lady, and then side 2 of the last second LP closes it out with Star Spangled Banner, Purple Haze, and Voodoo Child, Slight Return. So another just mandatory live set from Jimmy, and it sounds fantastic. I am slowly but surely adding more and more and more. And some of them I'll show, some of them I won't. But, you know, it's Jimmy, so I've always got to share something. I'm always buying something. So that's it. That is this update in a nutshell. Oh, look, it's me. I'm an update in a nutshell. Sorry, I'm a stupid idiot. There we go. So, again, I'm going to close out here with another clip from Withim The Fire, because to me, this is a band that is completely worth your time. I'm not this is not like a deal or anything. I'm just really passionate about this album because I think it kicks a lot of ass. And for the metal fans out there, I think this is something you should definitely be looking into. Again, if you're on Facebook, there'll be a link below. It's Music and More Records. It's you'll see the logo that I showed there. I'm also going to include a picture here of the 4 CDs that she's got a bundle on as well, just so you can check them out. I'm going to be ordering them too, so I'll be reviewing and talking about them in a later video. But this album is completely worth your time. If you're not on Facebook or you're concerned with shipping because like you're overseas and you really want it because you like what you hear, get with me. We'll figure something out, because this album, trust me, it's really worth listening to and having. And they've got more coming, and that's kind of why I'm excited, because if they've got more that sound like this, I'm all in. So I'm gonna give you a taste of the last song on the first side, Throttle, so you can go and judge them. They may be on YouTube as well if you want to dig a little deeper, but check them out. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, spending a little bit of time with me. And this weekend is July 4th. So if you are in the US and celebrating, be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't play with firecrackers and blow half your hand off. You can't, it's hard to flip records if you don't have, for your fingers. What are you going to do? So, but seriously, be safe and have a safe holiday. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I love you all. Take care. Peace.